NK Telco Sports welcomes you to our coverage of high school basketball, where the Hardin-Houston Wildcats will take on the Botkins Trojans. Tonight's game is brought to you by the following sponsors: First National Bank, Keyhole Pizza, Precision Strip, Winners Meats, Grand Lake Health Systems, and NK Telco. Good evening from the Botkins Athletic Complex. I'm Dave Helmstetter, with me Jeremy Blyman. Girls basketball and very important Shelby County Athletic League contest between these two teams. Botkins lost to the Wildcats earlier in the season. Houston comes in at 6-11, 3-6 overall, tied for 5th in the Shelby County Athletic League. And as we said, they won the first matchup against Botkins, but they have lost 3 in a row since then, and they're led by Katie Meyer and junior Emily Earl. Now, there's a lot that has changed for the Botkins Trojans since that loss to Houston earlier this season.
Tyler Carson's bringing his team in at 8-10. Dave, they're 3-6 in the Shelby County Athletic League, so they're tied with Houston right now in that 5th spot. But talk about two teams possibly going in different directions. The Trojans have ripped off 3 in a row. They've got a 3-game winning streak, and a lot of that right now is fueled by Camden Paul, who's now averaging 15 points a game. She's coming back from that high ankle sprain, and she's closer to 100% than she has been all year, and you're starting to see it in her three-point shooting. She struggled a lot early. That shot was short, and now it's starting to knock down, and it's changing this aspect for the Trojans.
And it's probably one of the toughest things that you can have happen is to lose a point guard at the start of the season.
Absolutely.
Just moments away here from the opening tip and our national anthem. The crowd here tonight will rise their feet. Botkins and Houston will square off here. Botkins 8-10, Houston 6-11. And do your part. Now, here on NK Telco Sports, our national anthem.
The Hometown Opportunity Platform is exceptional.
It is focused, laser focused on the careers in our 4-county region.
100% of the time we go to Hometown Opportunity. We've had great success from a handful of applications when we need them, as well as a recent one where we had 67 applicants.
Honestly, it's a competitive advantage.
The hometown experience has been everything I could have dreamed of and more.
Sports with Houston and Botkins in girls basketball.
Tonight's starting lineup. We would like to introduce tonight's officials. They have been chosen by a system approved by the Shelby County
contest.
and assigned to the team's game. They are umpire Mr. Randall McNeil.
And you look at the Houston lineup, Jeremy, and there's a lot of experience on this team and a lot of pretty good athletes on the Wildcat squad.
Yeah, there are, Dave, and they're led by, like we said, Katie Meyer, the senior there for them, leading their team in second in rebounding, second in scoring, first in steals, first in assists, and then they got Emily Earl, who not only is a great basketball player, but big-time track athlete as well. I believe she qualified in 2 or 3 events last year for the state meet and track, so they got some young athletes here for Houston.
And the starters for Houston, number 1, Olivia
Number 4,
Burks.
Emily Earl. The Wildcats are led by head coach Mr. Brian Gillespie. He's assisted by Ms. Angela Arns and Mr. Kyle Borchers.
Wanda Hebel, and number 24, Emily Earl. The lights are dim.
The infamous Tato on the spotlight, as they call him.
He is a master. I'm not going to say he's the best at it, but he's close. Now the key is, and I had this is a funny question
Okay,
to ask.
Trojan fans,
Who
welcome
turns
to
the
game
switch
number
to turn the
19.
lights
Let's get
down?
loud and get
That would be Mr. Athletic Director Brad Bergman.
Brad Bergman holds the key to the lights.
Yes, he does.
I don't know why I think of this, because that happens to me all the
Starting at
time.
one guard, shooting 5'1", each senior, number 2, Camden Hall.
Camden Hall, the senior we're talking about.
Starting at another guard, a 5'4" freshman, number 3 in 1/2 of the Sisters Blackfoot,
15
Peyton
points per
Blackfoot.
Over the last 3.
Starting at third guard, she's a 5'7" junior, number 12,
Barclay,
PG.
7 points and 4 rebounds against Jackson Center. Number 12.
Starting at 1/4 position, she's a 5'7"
Stat
junior,
that always
number
pops off the page
32,
for me when there's 67 steals. Pretty remarkable figure.
Not only that, averaging 7.6 rebounds per game at 5'7". That's quite a stat.
She's 5'8" inches the other half of the Sisters Blackfoot,
as well.
Blackfoot.
And number 10, Janelle Blackfoot, 5'8" senior.
This runs led action by second-year head coach Tyler Carson. He's assisted by Mrs. Sarah Bergman, Mr. Andy Wisher, the doctor, Grant Trey, and special coaching assistant, Mulaney
Now
Mount.
let's move on to our keys to the game tonight, all brought to you by Keyhole Pizza.
Tonight's keys to, go ahead, I'm sorry there, Dave.
First for Houston under head coach Brad Gillespie.
Coach Gillespie brings his team in at 6-11 and 3-6 in the SCAL. He wants his team to play fast and get out to a quick start. As Katie Meyer takes her first shot. Rebound well, know your opponent's strengths.
And for the home team, the Botkins Trojans of head coach Tyler Carson.
They come in at 8-10. They're 3-6 in the Shelby County Athletic League. They want to defend the paint, score in transition, and limit turnovers.
And Pitts with the turnover. She'll bring it up court. We're off to a fast pace. From the corner, shot no good by Plattfoot. Metz will toss it back in. Ball is going to be out of bounds. That will be Houston basketball. Trojans going to show a little pressure defense here, as Krim will try and bring it across the timeline. Gets that trap. Meyer's going to take it to the hoop, and Katie Meyer, 5'9" senior, averaging 10 points per game, gets her first basket. And our first basket of tonight's game here on NK Telco Sports. 7 minutes to go. First National Bank Think First scoreboard, 2-0. Houston with the early lead.
Nice backdoor cut, Peyton Plattfoot.
Plattfoot uses the glass, and we're tied at 2.
Good find by Dee Pitts there, excuse me.
Going to be a reach on Metz. Pass intended for Vandenhoeven.
Number 32, Gianna Metz. That's her
Dee Pitts on Saturday, Dave. Triple-double. 10 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 steals.
Those are some good numbers.
Wow. Against the Ansonia Tigers. A team out of the WOAC who came in 9-6 into the game.
That'll be Botkins basketball.
Houston will turn it over. And the Trojans have an opportunity to take the lead. Ball with it. Plattfoot. Plattfoot, all open for 3. Shot no good, a rebound. Good position inside by Olivia Burks. Krim out front, Paul with the steal. Pull it up, she's going to shoot the 3.
And that's what was missing, Dave, with her ankle injury. Not the offense is one thing, but the defense that they get out of her, her quick feet and that soccer feet that she's got to her has really helped them turn this thing around and get it going the other direction.
Vandenhoeven will score. Camden Paul, 33 out of 100. Sounds like 33% to me.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Trojans will turn it over as Earl will come up with a steal. Krim. Back over to Vandenhoeven. Over to the left side and Burks. Burks out front to Earl, and now Katie Meyer will handle it out front.
The defense from the Trojans is much more aggressive than it had been previous to this win streak.
Earl, ball will go out of bounds. This is the shot. Botkins trying to increase this lead, a single-point lead here. 4 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Ball goes right side. Peyton Flatfoot back over to Pitts. Pitts wants to go inside. She'll push it over to Paul. Paul will take it inside. Into the dish that to the corner, and Peyton Flatfoot, but Houston does not allow it. They tip it. Prim, but there's the steal. Peyton Flatfoot's going up against Meyer.
Good look, Peyton Flatfoot.
Camden call, and it's 7-4. Nice looking basketball there.
The other thing that's helped us, Dave, Peyton Flatfoot has kind of grown up here a little bit. She's a freshman, young freshman, being thrust into the situation, and now she's a season into this, and you can see she's getting a little bit more comfortable.
Paul gets whacked in the face. Up, she's going to be called for a travel. Lauren Krim got her right in the face, but she took an extra step.
Even Camden Paul's a little surprised by that. She's like, I took the step because I got hit in the back of the head.
With the basketball now is Krim. Gets it over to Meyer in the corner. Paul on her. Meyer to the baseline, in trouble. Double team. There's the turnover. Pitts racing up court. Burks trying to get back and gets position back out to Paul. Pushes it over to Flatfoot. 17-footer, no good. She hustles in for the rebound, but Meyer will grab it. 3.5 minutes to go. First quarter action here on NK Telco Sports. Meyer with the basketball. Katie Meyer gets it back out to Vondenhavel over to the right side and Krim. Now Burks has it back out front. Meyer will shoot the three. Shot too strong. Rebound Burks. Missed it. Gets her own rebound. Misses it again.
Those are awfully close. You're going to need them tonight.
Boy, you cannot miss those kind of shots. Outside three by Janelle Flatfoot. Just a little bit short. Burks had 2 shots right at it. They were well short. I mean, it wasn't even close.
Couldn't get it up above the rim. Didn't give it much of a chance to get there.
Reagan McPherson into the lineup for Botkins.
Along with Maddie Fry, freshman.
Maddie Fry in the lineup, number 22. Baseline is Burks. Going to be out of bounds off of Botkins, so Trojans will relinquish the basketball. And Katie Meyer will inbound it. Vondenhavel. Krim, shot no good. Out of bounds.
Out of bounds, that'll be Botkins basketball.
Trying to figure out what Houston was trying to do that time. An awful lot of instructions from the bench and from the players.
And then just good defense from Cammie Paul there. I will still say, Dave, the tandem of her and Carmen Euchre was one of the best backcourt defensive tandems to come through in this area in a long time. Quick, physical. Those two could get it done. That was fun basketball to watch them out front. They picked you up three-quarter court, and it was on.
Pitts at the line. She'll connect. TD Pitts. 52 out of 80 now at the line, about 65% plus.
Who's got her hand in there again? Hand in the cookie jar? Camden Paul.
She'll shoot the three. Rebound, Meyer. She's going to race up court. Paul will cut her off, and Paul's going to draw the fouls. She never quite got position on the Houston guard and Katie Meyer.
Katie Meyer, when she wants to go, she gets downhill in a hurry, doesn't she, Dave?
Oh,
she took that off the rebound, and she was that was a one-track mind. I am getting to the rim.
She'll connect on the free throw.
So substitution
Belle
checking in
Schultz,
for Houston number
sophomore.
3, Belle Schultz.
The Wildcats.
Katie Meyer gave the Trojans fits the first game playing downhill like that. They couldn't get her stopped, couldn't get anybody in front of her, and she ended up with about, I believe, 18 or 20 in the first round.
Fry with the basketball. Back over the left side, Paul. Flat foot inside. Pitts makes that move, and that's not sure what the call was.
I believe they called her a travel, drug her foot there again.
Looking at the wrong official. I could say I was looking at the one that was next to her, but that's not who made the call. Up court comes Meyer. Pitts, there's a steal. There's going to be a foul on Pitts.
That foul's called on Botkins, number 12, Delana Pitts.
Diddy's first, number 3 on the team here with 1:35 to go in the first quarter.
4-point lead. Botkins with the advantage. Schultz will have it in the corner. Pitts on her. Schultz gets it back over to Earl. Boy, Earl's been quiet so far. Outside jumper, no good by Varsity. Here come, rebound comes down to McPherson. Here come the Trojans. Jump shot.
And
Timeout Houston with 1:14 to go here in our first quarter. Fry's jumper makes it Botkins 12, Houston 6.
That's their first
Full timeout. Timeout's brought to you by Precision Strip. We got a break in the action. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
CarriageWorks has expanded and now can hold up to 25 cars in our service bay. CarriageWorks thrives on customer satisfaction. We accomplish that by providing top-of-the-line technology. CarriageWorks now uses a laser beam system to measure down to the millimeter of factory specs to better service you and get you back on the road. CarriageWorks has a brand new top-of-the-line paint booth that uses waterborne paint. There's no job too big or too small for CarriageWorks. We're certified collision specialists. Come in and see us today.
Timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. 12-6, Botkins with the lead on the First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Brian Gillespie takes the full timeout, trying to get the Wildcats to regroup.
Peyton Plattfoot's done a tremendous job so far on Lauren Meyer, or excuse me, Katie Meyer.
Meyer off of losing the basketball, picks it up. Metz with a rebound. Here comes Pitts. Pitts looks to her left. Top of the key goes to the right side and Plattfoot. Fry, left side and Pitts. Metz will come out and get the basketball top of the key. Fry makes the move to the hoop. Will draw the foul.
That was the first set that the Trojans looked a little bit out of sync there. I think they were trying to go for a little high-low action there with Maddie Fry and Jana Metz. Probably trying to get Jana Metz involved here, who's been playing real well lately. Averaging 8 points and 6 rebounds a game here in the last couple games.
Fry will connect. Good free throw shooter. Improves to 10 out of 15. It's about 65% now. Second free throw pops in and out. Rebound is Earl.
That's a jump ball.
That'll be a jump ball. It's going to stay with Botkins.
Jana Metz tying that up. Keep the possession at the Trojans here with 29 seconds to go.
Inbounds pass. Flat foot now Fry. Fry into the lane, loses the basketball, scramble for it, and Varsity will go down on the floor there with Fry, and it's going to be Houston basketball.
Maddie Fry tried to get that corner, just couldn't get there, and then lost control of the ball, went out on her.
Meyer back over to Schultz. Schultz working on Pitts, back out Comes to Vandenheuvel. Right side, and Burks. Three-point shot, no good. Vandenheuvel, and that's going to end our first quarter of basketball. Botkins with a 7-point lead. We go on to the second quarter. Botkins 13, Houston 6. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports. Second quarter basketball about to begin. Houston finds himself with the basketball and trailing by 7 as Botkins enjoying a 7-point lead.
Difference of the game, Dave. Both teams have taken 11 field goals, and the Houston Wildcats have made 2.
2 out of 11.
On the other hand, the Trojans are 5 for 11 from the field, 1 for 5 from the three-point lane, 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Wildcats, again, like I said, 2 for 11, 0 for 1 from 3, 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
Going to be a whistle. Foul is going to be on D.D. Pitts. That'll be her second.
So now if you're Coach Tyler Carson, you got 7:41 to go in the second quarter, and D.D. Pitts has 2 of them.
You going to roll the dice?
Evidently, at this point in time, it looks like he's going to it. And
nice move inside, and the bucket goes to Emily Earl. She averages 12.2. I think that's her first bucket. Isn't it? Yeah.
Yep.
That's what Houston needs to do.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Now they're going to go into a zone defense here.
On the other hand, Dave, they've had some good looks down there. They just haven't finished.
Yeah, out of the 9 missed shots in that first quarter, I can name 4 of them that were pretty close.
Absolutely. Nice offense there by the Trojans as they swung it back through and found Peyton Plattfoot for a nice little jumper.
She's surpassed her 3.9-point average on that basket. Meyer just battling it up court inside Earl. Missed the first one. She'll draw the foul on the second one. 6-foot junior. She will go to the free throw line.
32, Jana Metz, that's her second and team's second.
Well, now Tyler Carson has another decision to make. You want to keep Jana Metz on the floor also? It looks like he's going to go get Maddie Fry for her.
Second free throw off target.
Checking back in for the Trojans, number 22.
I'll tell you, Earl is quite an athlete. She's got a very good presence inside. Just a matter of getting the basketball to her.
The young lady qualified for the state track meet, Dave, in shot put and pole vault.
Shot put and pole vault. Boy, that's a tough
oddity,
combination,
isn't it?
I always admire pole vaulters. That's a different breed almost.
Oh boy, you gotta. To me, you like to live on the edge.
Did you ever try it?
Nope.
I never have. Well, I'm not trying it now. I can guarantee that. But
no, I'm a guy who likes to stay on the ground there for that stuff, Dave.
Just curious. Looks like we got a turnover by Houston. 6-point game here, 15-9.
Illegal screen there by Olivia Burks.
Meyer will come into the lineup.
It's 2 on Olivia.
For the Wildcats, number 12, Lauren Meyer.
Everybody's kind of teetering on the edge of foul trouble here.
Yeah, they are.
And it could be problematic for for either one of the two teams.
Neither team goes real deep into their lineup here either, Dave, or into their bench. Trojans will play 7, maybe get to 8 and 9. Houston's pretty much similar. They've played 8 so far, and they're going to turn it over again.
And that's an unforced turnover. you know, there wasn't really any pressure from Botkins as the ball goes out of bounds.
That's 5 of them so far for Houston. On the other hand, Trojans have 6.
Plattfoot back over to Paul. Paul puts it on the floor. Plattfoot, Janelle Plattfoot. Pitts will have it out front. Janelle Plattfoot looking inside for Fry. Pass goes astray. And Botkins now has 7 turnovers.
The first quarter, Dave, I thought the Trojans were real crisp on offense, and there was a lot of movement. I feel like in the first 2.5 minutes here in this quarter, outside of the first possession there, it's been a little bit stagnant, a lot standing around, just kind of looking around. Dee Pitts there kind of got caught just kind of dribbling up top, and nobody moving, nobody going anywhere, and got thrown away.
Pitts, jump shot, no good. Rebound, Emily Earl. Meyer, right side, and Lauren Krim back over to Meyer. It comes. Meyer will pull it back behind the arc. Gets a screen from Krim, gets it over to the left side, and Vondenhevel. Vondenhevel will try and get it to the baseline. She'll have to bring it back out to Lauren Meyer. She'll lose the ball, and Pitts will steal it and go in for the easy layup. Vondenhevel looking inside. Earl Plattfoot working on Earl inside.
That 3 on Dee Pitts. Nope. That was a close one there, wasn't it, Dave, for the
Very
Trojans?
Close. Maddie Fry gets her first, and the freshman, number 22. There's the steal, and the race is Camden Paul, but there's a whistle before that ball goes out of bounds. That's going to go against Lauren Krim. That's her first. So the foul situation here in quarter number 2, Botkins has 3, Houston has 2. Pitts will shoot the 3, no good. Paul will save it, but it goes back into the hands of Krim. Up court, Meyer, pull up jumper, no good. Paul with the rebound. Plattfoot, lead pass Fry, just a little bit too far. And it goes out of bounds, and Botkins with the turnover.
4 minutes into the quarter, and that was the Trojans' first defensive rebound. Houston's turned it over 5 times.
Meyer, it's going to be a foul on the floor.
That foul's on Botkins, number 2, Camden Paul. That's her second, and team's 4.
That's Paul's second. Paul will go out.
So that gives 3 of the Trojan starters with 2. Jana Metz on the bench with 2. Camden Paul on the bench with 2. Dee Pitts still out on the floor with 2.
Ooh, Meyer's shot no good. Rebound backside no good. Krim had a great look at it. There's 2 shots right there that both of them
probably need to go in if you're going to knock off the Trojans here tonight.
Yep. Outside, Plattfoot. Plattfoot will handle it. That's Peyton Plattfoot. Over to the right side of McPherron. Pitts trying to make a move inside. Right-handed shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Fry. Tries to get it back out front, but it's going to be caught there by Houston coach Ryan Gillespie. Olivia Burks returns to the Houston lineup. Grace Gutman coming in for the Trojans here in quarter number 2.
Dee Pitts comes off the floor. She's got 2 fouls.
So you got 3 starters. If you can take a look at the Botkins bench, pretty clear distinction. You've got 3 starters sitting next to the Botkins coaching staff. 17-9 our score.
So if
you're up on 3 minutes.
If you're Tyler Carson, you're looking at Janelle Plattfoot and Reagan McPherron, 2 of your seniors, to really kind of step up here a little bit and say, hey, let's lead some charge, do some things for us. You know, Janelle Plattfoot come in, a 4-year starter now. This is your time to try to carry this team a little bit.
Peyton Plattfoot, 5'4" freshman at the line. She'll connect.
At the line for the Trojans, number 3, Peyton Plattfoot.
She has 5 points into tonight's game. Gets them both.
And has been real solid defensively on the other end. Here comes the run and jump from the Trojans. Turned over again.
Turnover. Oh, not gonna work. Reagan McPherson took that extra step. Boy, nice defensive play.
She had the right idea, just kind of bobbled it right there before she was going to pass it the first time and then had to come back.
Krim running right-handed shot, no good. A rebound comes down to Grace Gutman. Plattfoot will basically take over primary ball handling for the Trojans. Into the lane, Fry loses it momentarily. Back in the corner goes to Peyton Plattfoot. Back to Fry. Now Plattfoot. Out front it comes to McPherson.
Trojans a little loosey-goosey with the basketball here.
Janelle Plattfoot. They just keep moving closer. Plattfoot. Shot doesn't go. Peyton Plattfoot. Shot just misses. Lauren Krim with a rebound. Up court she comes against the defense of Grace Gutman. Fires up a 3. It's short. Maddie Fry. Handling the basketball. Will pull it up. Peyton Plattfoot. Grace Gutman. Shot no good. And Emily Earl with the rebound.
We're going to the other end. We're going to be shooting free throws here, Emily Earl. Right now, the Wildcats are 1 for 9 from the field here in the second quarter. And they've had some good looks, Dave.
Very good looks.
The Trojans are kind of getting away with some things here.
A lot of the shots are offensive rebounds. And the first shot probably should have been made.
Absolutely.
And then the offensive rebound, the second shot's also off target.
They've got 3 offensive rebounds in this quarter, 5 for the game so far.
Second free throw, no good. Ball goes off of Fry, and Houston will have another opportunity. 19-10 our score. Botkins with the lead. 1:55 to go. First half of basketball. Thanks for joining us here on NK Telco Sports. Inbounds pass to Katie Meyer. Pull-up jumper. Shot no good. Fry with another rebound. Reagan McPherson across the timeline. Gutman back over to Peyton Plattfoot. Fry with it. Cut down low. Janelle Plattfoot hands it back off to Gutman. Now back out to Fry. Jump shot Peyton. Plattfoot no good. Earl with the rebound.
Peyton a little unsure of herself there. Had a jumper right off the bat, kind of passed on it, and then decided, hey, I probably need to shoot that.
Meyer inside the lane. Back over to the right side of Krim. Krim will shoot. And off target. Rebound to Gutman. Coming up in the final minute of this first half. Outside McPherson, shot no good. She gets her own rebound. Gutman goes inside. Plattfoot will put it up and draw the foul. It's going to go against McKenna Londenhavel.
If you're Coach Tyler Carson, you're real happy with the minutes you're getting right now out of Maddie Fry, Reagan McPherson, and Grace Gutman. They've played extremely well. All 3 of them here have had multiple rebounds so far in this 3-minute stretch, and have done some nice things offensively.
Leanna Travis, 5'4" sophomore, into the lineup for Houston. Plattfoot, free throw short. Earl with a rebound. Tell you what, she's going to get her average of rebounds.
Yeah, she will.
9 a game. Meyer will shoot the 3. She's been short on that 3-pointer at least 3 times.
Every time, Dave. Every time she's been short. Almost on all the stuff she's short.
Flatfoot over to Fry, coming into the final seconds. Flatfoot back out to Fry. Now McPherson with it. Collision.
We're shooting free throws.
That's going to go against the Trojans.
That's how it's called. Botkins, number 3, Peyton Flatfoot. That's her second.
11 turnovers in the half here on the Trojans. 7 of them here in the second quarter. It's kind of keeping the Wildcats in this game a little bit.
20-10 our score. First National Bank Think First scoreboard. Katie Meyer connects.
You wonder if Katie getting to the free throw line here, does this help her see the ball go in a little bit? And sometimes that can get a scorer going, you know.
That one pops in and out. Rebound, Grace Gutman.
That's 3 rebounds now for Grace Gutman in just under a couple minutes here.
Meyer with the steal. Across the timeline, looking inside. Earl is there, trying to get it to Earl. Earl can't quite pull it in, but it's going to go off of McPherson.
Meyer had the game plan. Earl kind of tripped there coming out of that pick and roll. They would have had it.
Inbounds
oh
pass.
My! And she got it and one, Dave.
Off of Flatfoot, gets it, puts it up. Basket counts.
Botkins, number 3, Peyton Flatfoot. That's her third.
And Meyer will go to the line and make the free throw.
Wow.
And a big play by Houston.
Smart play.
Smart play. You do not see that happen very often. An alert play as Meyer threw it in off of the Botkins player, took it, made the layup, drew the foul. 3-point play to end the first half. Our score, Botkins 20, Houston 14. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
At First National Bank, we are working hard to make your life a little easier. With products like Card Valet, an app allowing you to control your cards with real-time notifications, transaction restrictions, and spending limits. The ability to access your money through 55,000 all-point ATMs across the country, surcharge-free. Live customer support when you need it, and online and mobile banking, allowing you to gain access to your financial information wherever and whenever you like. First National Bank, making your life a little easier.
Hi, I'm Mallory. My grandpa's been making the world's worst pizza for 30 years. That doesn't look like the world's worst pizza. Grandpa, I know why they call you Chunky Bob. It's because you use chunky ingredients on your pizza.
Of course, it's not because I'm fat.
Grandpa, this is the world's best pizza. Keyhole Pizza, come check Grandpa out.
Dine in or carry out.
Here at halftime, Houston trails Botkins by 6. Picked up 4 points in the closing seconds there to wipe out that double-digit Botkins lead. Let's take a look at our halftime numbers, all brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems. First for the Botkins Trojans.
The Trojans finished the half with 20 points. They were 7 for 20 from the field, 1 for 8 from 3, and 5 for 7 from the free throw line. They had 13 rebounds, 3 of those were offensive, and they turned it over 12 times. They're led in the scoring column by freshman Peyton Flatfoot, who has 7 points. Camden Paul and Dee Dee Pitts have 5, and Maddie Fry has 3 for a total of 20. For the Houston Wildcats, they have 14 points in the half. They were 0 for 4 from 3, 4 for 24 from the field, Dave. 16%, that's its struggle. 6 of 9 from the free throw line. They had 10 rebounds, 5 of those were offensive and turned it over 9 times. They're led by senior star Katie Meyer, who has 8. Michaela Vondenheuvel has 2, and Emily Earl has 4. Now, Katie Meyer has 8 on 2 of 10 shooting, so it's a struggle for her right now. A lot of it's been short, and the Trojans are probably getting away with a little bit, but she did have 4 points there in under 4 seconds there to finish the game, or finish the half, so closed the lead to 6.
Yeah, she picked up 4 of those 8 in about 2 or 3 seconds almost. Pitts tries to get it off to Flatfoot. Flatfoot will tip it back to Pitts, fights up and puts it up. Shot doesn't go, and there's going to be a foul on the rebound. Let's see who that's on. It's going to be on number 11.
Number 11,
McKenna Vondenheuvel.
Third and team's first. At the line for the Trojans,
That's her
number 12,
third.
TD Pitts.
She was on the court, wasn't she?
Yes, she was. She was on the floor.
Trying to figure out how that happened. Pitts will hit the free throw.
It wasn't pretty down there to start that first.
No, it was
possession.
not. That little pick and roll didn't quite
materialize the way they thought it was going to.
Pitts will get the rebound. And quickly,
that's a 30-second timeout.
Tyler Carson, Botkins coach, will take the timeout. I'd like to remind you that tonight's game will be replayed on NK Telco Cable or the NKT.TV app on channel 154. January the 31st at 6 p.m. Channels 3 and 503 on February the 13th at 4 p.m. And on February the 14th at 8 p.m. you can watch replays on Valentine's Day. How about that?
Oh, sit down with your loved one.
That would be perfect. Watch the replay. You can also watch games live via pay-per-view through nktelco.com/sports and more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. Botkins with the basketball. They have a 7-point lead.
The other thing that affected the Trojans in the second quarter there, Dave, we talked about it off air in the second, right at halftime. Jana Metz went out with 1 minute into the second quarter with 2 fouls. Camden Paul followed her a minute later, and then 2 minutes after that with 4 minutes to go, Dee Pitts went to the bench with 4 fouls. Coach Kyler Carson has to be real happy with the minutes he got from his bench, and Dee Pitts just picked up her third.
Pitts gets the foul, her third with 7:18 to go. Boy, just a minute into this third quarter, but she's going to play a little bit. Ball goes inside, short jumper is good, and Vondenheuvel will connect.
Quick offense there from the Houston Wildcats.
Vondenheuvel with 4 points. 5-point game. Metz, Flatfoot, back to Metz. Boy, that just out of step a little bit on that whole series there.
Yeah, it wasn't a great pass from Jana. Janelle collects it and then got fouled, and the delay, it seemed like a delay from the referee on the call there, wasn't it?
That's Vondenheuvel's fourth foul too. So,
ooh, boy,
we got some. She's going to come out as number 22, Leanna Travis, will come in. Travis, a 5'4" sophomore. Flatfoot gets her first point of tonight's game. 6-point lead, Houston with the basketball.
Trojans come out in a 2-3 zone. We're trying to protect some people here defensively right now, I would think it would look like, doesn't it, Dave?
That's what you would do if you have a 2-3 zone like this.
Now, on the other hand, if you're Houston, Emily Earl has to get the basketball here, right?
That's where you want to go, but they missed on the outlet pass, and Peyton Flatfoot will take it down court and lose. The important thing against the 2-3, somehow they got to make that wing pass. They can't let it get picked that easy.
Well, and some of that, if it's getting picked that easy, then somebody has to attack the gaps there up top. You know, make somebody come guard you. Camden Paul
open for three, and Metz will grab the offensive board. Pitts will have it out front. Pitts wants to go inside. He's going to lose the basketball. It's going to go out of bounds. Appropriate non-call, Jeremy?
Appropriate non-call. I think that would have been just bailing Dee out there. She kind of got in there a little recklessly. So now if you're Houston, I would bring it to the other side. I'd bring it where Dee Paul's at, or Dee Pitts is at, and see if you can get her in foul trouble. Or just go to Earl on the block.
And that works too. She hits the turnaround, and it's a 4-point game, and Houston just creeping back into this one.
This is not how this looked like it was going to fold out there early in the game, is it, Dave?
No, it's not. Paul inside, shot blocked. Here comes Krim with a rebound. Inside, Earl. Emily Earl.
Coach Tyler Carson's got some decisions to make here. That 2-3 zone ain't necessarily working. They're going inside to Earl big time. The Trojans don't have an answer to stop it.
Paul for three at the right time. Timeout. Tyler Carson, and the lead goes back to 5. He'll take the timeout, brought to you by Precision Strip. Full timeout. We'll take a break in the action as well. Botkins 25, Houston 20. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
Kogi Plumbing and Heating is your Bryant Factory authorized dealer. We have brought the best of comfort, control, and plumbing services to the St. Mary's area for over 60 years. We have been Reader's Choice winners for the last 4 years running and excel at providing our customers with efficient and reliable heating and air conditioning, as well as responsive service when a plumbing emergency arises. We insist that the products we install in our customers' homes and businesses offer the same performance and value that we expect ourselves. Call today for your next plumbing and heating or air conditioning needs. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Botkins will, as we kind of thought might happen, they come back to man-to-man. A little full court pressure.
It was effective for him at the beginning of the game there, Dave, and then they kind of got into foul trouble, and that stopped issues. And now Camden Paul gets another steal, goes to the hole, and gets fouled.
She'll go to the free throw line. And that's what they did to establish the lead. That right there, Paul with the steal. And she'll go to the line and see if she can stretch this lead, because they've been able to expose the way Houston handles the basketball in the backcourt. Paul leaves it short.
Camden Paul will be your guest up here Friday night, Dave.
That's what I understand.
The young lady got her jersey revealed on the north wall last week against Jackson Center for her 109 career soccer goals. The Heidelberg Student Prince commit.
Travis will shoot a 15-footer, shot no good. Pitts with a rebound. Paul open, just a little bit short. Rebound, Plattfoot. Pitts, 15-footer, no good. Metz is going to muscle it up against Earl. Burks with a rebound. She's coming down court. Ball taken away by Pitts. Turnover Houston. Here comes Pitts. Trapped there by Meyer, but she'll regain control. Maddie Fry will come into the game here in a moment. So now Plattfoot back over to Peyton Plattfoot, and Camden Paul will reset the offense. Pitts inside, shot no good. Rebound to Meyer. Krim goes left. Out front to Meyer.
Wildcats need a good offensive possession. They haven't had one here in a while.
Open is Krim, shot no good.
Out of bounds, Botkins basketball.
Battle for the rebound.
Substitution back in
But
the
they were,
game for the Trojans.
but they were arm locked.
It looked like it.
Checking back in for the Wildcats, number 3, Bell
If
Short.
you're Houston, don't you have to go back and get Emily Earl to basketball here?
That's where you want to go. That's how they got back in this one in the second half and here in the third quarter. Plattfoot. Earl knocks it out of bounds. I tell you, she is a presence.
Yes, she is.
There is no doubt she is a presence inside.
The thing about her, she's disciplined. She doesn't take many wild swings or wild blocks. Like, she stays on her feet. She's probably longer than she is tall. You know what I'm saying, Dave? I mean, those arms get up there and get a long way. That's a turnover by the Trojans.
Burks down low. Boy, she can also put it off the glass. Emily Earl.
Soft touch.
Nice soft touch, puts it right where it needs to be, and it's a 4-point game. Paul into the lane, over Earl, but Earl is going to grab the rebound. She's going to go.
Violation, Botkins basketball.
She's going to go to the floor.
They've left a lot go on in this game. This game is not for the faint of heart down there, Dave. You better be strong with a basketball.
Janelle Plattfoot will inbound it. Fits in the corner.
Great screen by Jana Metz.
Back out to Paul. Into the lane she goes. Off the glass. Metz gets the rebound. Gets it back out to Plattfoot. Janelle goes inside, back out to Pitts. Meyer on Pitts. Off balance shot, no good. Pitts will take the ball away from Earl, and ends up in Meyer's hands, and we got a timeout.
D.D. Pitts has got to find somebody else right there. You're looking, staring Emily Earl straight in the eye. That's not going to work out well for you. I mean, there's got to be somebody else open. Jana Metz is open on the other block. Dump it off to her.
Houston's going to take the timeout. Our timeout's brought to you by Precision Strip. Now, if we look at the foul situation here in the third quarter, Houston has 4 fouls compared to Botkins 1. And I got to do a double check on how much time is left here in the third quarter before that timeout was made. But
I believe there's about 2 minutes.
About 2 minutes. So here's a situation where the 5 foul thing could possibly play a factor here for Houston, because they're kind of inching back into this. They haven't gotten it closer than 4, if my memory is correct. So we'll kind of see how this plays out.
So you got it that way, with Houston having 4 with 2 minutes to go. On the other hand, you have the Trojans with 1, and you'd like to say, well, if you're going to give up a bucket, take one. You can't, because you got D.D. Pitts with 3, Jana Metz with 2, Camden Paul with 2. You've already sat them how many minutes in the second quarter? So you don't need any of them fouling.
So you don't want to give any fouls. So it's a
2:26 to go in the quarter, Dave.
Interesting situation when it comes to foul, and this is really a tight game. This could go either way yet. 4 points. Krim with it. Gets it to Burks. Burks going inside. They know where to go. Oh, and this time Earl shot off target. She had a little bit more pressure on her that time.
Good defense there by Jana Metz. Jana Metz is going right at her.
Metz will get the basket, and that's a big one. And Pitts will steal it. Paul's going to shoot the 3 and gets the bounce. 5 points in just a matter of seconds. And Botkins' lead is at 9.
It was 4 just seconds ago.
Meyer. They're going to call jump ball. Clayton Plattfoot comes back into the game.
You kind of wonder a little bit. We've talked how Katie Meyer's shot has been short. And you kind of look at her, she's breathing pretty hard out there, Dave. And there's a lot of sickness going around in these schools. Like, you wonder, she might not be feeling just ultra great. And there's a backdoor breakdown by the Trojans.
Easy bucket, Olivia Burks. That's her first basket of the night. Comes at a good time for the Wildcats. Trailed by 7.
Yeah, you felt you were a defensive possession away from
Metz. Rebound, shot no good on the Paul miss. Paul had to kind of alter her shot as Earl was standing in her way.
But it left Metz wide open on the other side.
Trying again to get it inside to Earl. A bounce pass.
Substitution back into the game for the Trojans.
Just throw it up to the hand. Throw it over the top. The Trojans got nobody who can match up with that, and they're off her back again.
That could have worked twice again. Now, I got to say that I've never seen it work twice in one game.
No.
That was close. Schultz looking inside for Meyer. Krim will shoot the 3. Shot no good. Earl gets it. She'll go to the floor, and it's going to be a foul. It's going to go on Janelle Plattfoot, much to the disbelief of the Botkins folks.
From this view, it looks like the Trojan fans may have a gripe on that a little bit. questionable shot there by Krim.
Yes. Back into Price, or excuse me, Schultz. Bell Schultz, number 3, into the lineup.
Look at this. They're clearing out the other side. It is Katie Meyer and Emily Earl.
Pulls up on the dribble. Now we've got a loose ball. And boy, we almost got a tackle. Timeout. Botkins or Houston? That's Houston. Houston will get the basketball. I'm not sure anybody had possession of that basketball when the timeout was called.
And the bad situation about some of these, Dave, is the official calling the timeout is over there by the bench, giving the timeout. The play is happening on the other half of the court, and the players that got the ball out in front of him, he can't see what's going on. All he's hearing is a timeout. He's giving them the timeout. We saw it the other week in a JV boys game. Nobody had the basketball, and the official calls the timeout from 40-some feet away, gives them the timeout, and nobody had the basketball.
You have to have the basketball to call the timeout, or it has to be a possession.
Sometimes wouldn't you like to go back to old school? The player has to call the timeout.
I might vote for that. Inside, Earl, and she is fouled and will go to the line.
Emily Earl having herself a quarter here.
She is a force inside.
Second and team's third at the line for the Wildcats, number 24, Emily Earl.
Janelle Plattfoot with the foul. Earl misses the free throw. We've got a 7-point game with 37.8 seconds left here in quarter number 3. Fry will get the rebound on the missed free throw. Paul with it. Paul back over to McPherson.
A couple big free throws right there, Dave.
Fry. In the lane goes Plattfoot. Nice feed. Metz cannot get the shot. Plattfoot with a rebound. McPherson with the shot, no good. 15 seconds. Paul's going to try it. Got it. And one. Count it for Camden Paul.
That goes from House's number 4, Lauren Krim. That's her second. And team's 5th.
3 offensive rebounds in that possession.
Mad scramble. The ball just seemed to bounce into the right spot. Paul converts a big play.
And 16.
And that is an 11-point Botkins lead. Trojans really coming on here at the end of this fourth quarter. Inside is Burke, shot no good. At the buzzer, that's going to end it. We will move on to our final 8 minutes of basketball. Our score, Botkins 35, Houston 24. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
Are you looking for a rewarding career? Lincoln Electric Automation in Coldwater and Fort Loramie supplies top-of-the-line automation systems to manufacturers. Lincoln Electric Automation routinely develops its team through hiring and by offering advanced technical training. We understand that every employee matters, and every role contributes to the success of our business. We offer advancement opportunities, competitive wages, and benefit packages. Visit LincolnElectric.com and get on track to a better career and a better future.
Final 8 minutes upon us here at the Botkins Athletic Complex. Trojans cruising with an 11-point lead. I'm curious to know how many points did Emily Earl have in that quarter?
Emily Earl had 6 points in the quarter, Dave, only to be outdone by Camden Paul with 11 in the quarter.
4-point play. Yeah, she hit the threes as well.
The Trojans were 4 for 18 from the field. The reason they got 18 shots is they had 9 offensive rebounds that quarter. Jana Metz was in there doing some work on the offensive rebounds.
Fitz goes into the lane, puts a shot up, no good. And Fry with the rebound. She'll hit the court foul is going to be on Emily Earl.
That's 10 offensive rebounds now in the second half alone, and we're half a minute into the fourth quarter, Dave.
10 offensive rebounds. That's a strong statistic for the Trojans.
It's a recipe for getting a win, probably.
Fry. Flatfoot. Shot no good. Rebound. Comes down to Earl. Krim with it. Back over to Meyer. Back over to Krim. They'll get it down low. Inside, Burks sneaking along the baseline. Found the open player. Burks unable to connect.
Vonenheuvel threw a rocket to her. This is a nice catch by Burks there.
Peyton Flatfoot moves inside, back out to Paul. Paul, Pitts. Makes the move inside. Ball tipped out of bounds by Houston.
Dee Pitts is now 2 for 11 from the field, and Katie Meyer has a lot to do with that.
Ball goes out of bounds.
That and Emily Earl protecting the rim. You can do a lot more as a guard if you've got Emily Earl patrolling the paint in there, and you can take some chances out front. You can play a little bit closer.
Pitts will have it out front. Paul sets the offense up. Krim on her. Pitts. Botkins can really take their time with this. Wide open.
Look.
Shot doesn't go. Janelle Flatfoot had the 3, and Earl will grab the rebound.
You were right, Dave, and that was a great look for Janelle Flatfoot. That is something you can't pass up right there. A 3 from the wing, reversed back and forth a couple times.
Meyer. Burks on that baseline.
Trojans have been lucky in the second half that Olivia Burks is not converting when she goes baseline there, Dave, because she's gotten baseline quite a few times.
Had 3 shots at it. Burks at the free throw line. Sophomore off target. Off the bench comes Lauren Meyer. She'll see some action here in a moment.
Iron unkind to the Lady Wildcats today.
Paul will lose the basketball. Meyer picks it up. Got to reach. Peyton Flatfoot gets the call.
That's 4 on Peyton.
She'll go out. Metz will come in.
With 5:30 left, the Trojans are playing with a little bit of foul issues here.
Yeah, but if you take a look at this, you've got Paul with 3. You have Pitts with 3. Peyton Flatfoot just went to the bench with 4. So 5:27, there's the block up front. Shot pops in and out for Krim. Well, that's one the Wildcats could have used. Pitts back over to McPherson. Pitts now with the basketball. There's Paul. Krim almost had the steal. McPherson now back to Pitts.
If you're the Trojans, you're awfully patient here. Awfully patient. There is no reason to be in any kind of a hurry.
Flatfoot will connect. Janelle Flatfoot, the 5'8" senior. She has 4 points as she hits a big 3 to push that lead to 14.
And that's a great look. Top of the key.
Counters. Meyer, timeout Houston. 4 minutes, 35 seconds to play. Full timeout. Timeouts brought to you by Precision Strip. Break of the action. Botkins 38, Houston 27. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
New Knoxville Supply Company, the supply source for residential, commercial, and industrial jobs. We specialize in plumbing products from many name brands, electrical products from replacing a light switch to rewiring an entire house, heating, air conditioning, and geothermal products, sheet metal ductwork, installations, and service. We are now housing more inventory, so all the hardware items you need to complete the job are available right away. New Knoxville Supply. Stop in, call, or check us out online at newknoxvillesupply.com.
4 minutes and 35 seconds left to play. Houston takes the timeout after the made three by Katie Meyer. Baseball length pass to Paul, right on the money. Paul misses the shot. Burks will get it. Up court comes Meyer. Meyer into the lane. There's going to be a foul.
I know it sounds weird to people when we say they have left a lot of contact to go, especially with the foul trouble that the Trojans and even Houston's got multiple with 3 and 4 also. But they've left a lot go, Dave. Like that, there was a foul on for Camden Paul, and
Burks with the shot, no good. Burks has had a tough night. Fry's going to come back into the lineup. Pitts has 4, so she will go out. So there is a foul problem here for the Trojans. They've got an 11-point lead with 4:14 to go.
Turn it over. The Trojans have had some chances and had some opportunities to kind of nail this thing down, and they've kind of missed their chances here a little bit, and they're kind of letting Houston hang around.
Well, Houston needs to keep it in the hands of 2 people, and that's one of them right there.
Yep, you're exactly right, Dave.
Katie Meyer and Emily Earl. That's who keeps the basketball.
Yeah, it needs to be run through those 2 right now.
Yes.
Either put them in some kind of pick and roll situations or somewhere where you're clearing out one side and letting those 2 let Katie Meyer make her decision. Am I getting to the rim? Am I going to pull up, or am I going to find Emily Earl on the block somehow?
Every play, because Botkins is, there's a little bit of foul trouble here, and you got a couple of their key players who are going to come back in now with 4 fouls with 3:27 to go. So,
and like you're saying, Dave, those 2 are the ones who have been responsible for guarding Katie Meyer and being around Emily Earl. So if you're Houston, go at that situation and see if you can get them back to the bench.
Fry with a free throw. And here's the situation where maybe you want a foul too.
Yeah.
You've got 2 fouls, so you got 3 to burn, so you can take some chances.
And the Trojans aren't a great free throw shooting team. They're shooting about 57% from the free throw line this year. So there are aspects in there, Dave, like you're saying, that you can put some people on the free throw line.
It becomes a matter of just trading 3 for 2 or 2 for 1 or whatever the situation might be.
And if we're looking at it from that perspective, you're looking to possibly foul Jana Metz would be an option for the Wildcats. Ironically, Camden Paul maybe.
Meyer into the lane, and rebound shot by Earl. And that time Meyer just put her head down and went in.
Yeah, she did. In which she's probably got to do. I mean, there's a lot of people with foul trouble in there. You might as well go at them and attack them.
Earl with the rebound after the missed shot by Pitts.
You got to believe Earl's presence there just even has Dee off a little bit. Wildcats with a questionable turnover there, I believe.
It was a double dribble. I'm not.
Did she try to pick it up to pass, or?
I'm not clear of it. I just thought. I'm not sure it was there. What a move!
What a move!
Beautiful move by Camden Paul, but unfortunately, the shot doesn't fall. Krim with it out front. Pulls up on the dribble. Lauren Meyer has it. Katie Meyer will shoot the three. Shot goes long, and Janelle Plattfoot with a rebound. Here comes Pitts across the timeline. Meyer on her, and there was no doubt Meyer was going to foul her, but Tyler Carson, Botkins coach, takes the timeout, full timeout. Our score, Botkins 39, Houston 31. You're watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.
We are here, and here, and here. Minster Bank is everywhere, providing every banking service that you need to keep your financial life in order. Whether you are on the go or stopping by one of our branches, Minster Bank is here for you. We proudly support the communities where you live. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
2:26 to play in this one. Botkins with the basketball. Inbounds pass comes to Peyton Plattfoot. Back out to Paul. You're going to anticipate Camden Paul is going to be the release on the basketball. There's a turnover. Meyer going up against Pitts.
Not much Pitts could do.
Meyer got 13. That's about the quietest 13 we've seen. That's all happened here recently. Pitts. 6-point game. Minute 55. Paul with it. Krim goes, or rather Burks goes for the steal.
Houston has quietly crawled this back to a 6-point deficit, Dave, with 1:50 to go here.
Plattfoot. Burks on her. They go for that steal. Meyer does. Pitts will have it out front. Krim on Paul. Paul. And there's the reach by Burks.
That's 4 on her.
So both teams have 3 fouls. Metz is going to go out and Fry will come in. 6-point lead, 1:36 to play. First outlet pass from Paul is where you foul. If you get an outlet pass.
Yeah, Burks can't foul. Katie Meyer come all the way from the other side of the court to throw Camden Paul to the ground.
And that's 4.
Number 5, Katie Meyer, that's her second and team's 4th.
Ooh, Peyton Plattfoot is playing around on that half-court line there, Dave.
That was close.
That was close. If she would have caught that and made a half step ahead, she would have been in trouble. That would have been over and back.
Yeah, they have Emily Earl come out and commit the foul. Plattfoot at the line. Rolls around and out.
She's 3 for 5 on the evening from the free throw line, Dave. Peyton, 68% free throw shooter, best one on the team.
Second free throw, right on target, 1:23.
She's got 8.
Meyer needs to go into the lane. Back out to Travis. Fry will come in, and Metz goes out. I think they're just rotating offense and defense with Metz and Fry.
Jana Metz is a 53% free throw shooter, where Natty's a 65% free throw shooter.
Good reason to rotate. Pitts will have it. And DD is fouled.
That foul's called on House's number 5, Katie Meyer, that's her 3rd.
Katie Meyer picks up her 3rd, and Metz will come in.
Now, this is the last game that will go into the RPI ratings for both these teams. That RPI rating closes on Friday night, Dave. So this is the last one for both these teams. So this is big for the Trojans to kind of move them up a little bit.
And for the Wildcats, number 22, Leanna.
Coming into tonight, they were 11th out of 22. You know, this is going to be a nice little win, a little notch that they can get there.
And that pushes them up. Meyer to Travis. Travis shot blocked. Ball going to go out of bounds.
I'm going to tell you right now, Dave, Katie Meyer's best attribute, that young lady can pass the basketball.
She's a very good passer.
But so was her daddy.
She has history on her side.
Exactly.
Burks, shot no good. Where she clobbered Metz. There's the foul in the backcourt. Bell Schultz, 51 seconds.
That foul call on Houston number 3, Bell Schultz. That's her first. Back to the line for the Trojans.
You know, with
number
the
12,
three-point
Kiki
shot, no one is ever out of these games.
No.
It's 8 points, so free throw here would really make this a lot easier for Botkins, and Dee Pitts does just that. She's got 8 points on the night on the made free throw.
Trojans are 4 for 7 from the free throw line in the fourth. Now 5 for 8.
10-point lead, and that just about does it. Ball is loose.
They're going to get Camden Paul there.
Number foul is on Paul as she helps Katie Meyer up. That'll be Botkins' fourth. Paul's fourth. Meyer. Prim. Long range three, shot no good by Schultz. Pitts working with the basketball across the timeline. Flatfoot, Meyer trying to go. She knocks it loose. Burks will pick it up, and she'll be fouled by Janelle Flatfoot. And that's going to be her third. Boy, a lot of fours on the board here tonight. Ooh. And it's not scoring fours.
That foul call on Botkins number 10, Janelle Flatfoot. That's her third and team's fifth.
Right now you got 3 players with 4 fouls for Botkins and 1 for Houston.
At the line for Houston, number 1, Olivia Burks.
Burks will connect on the free throw.
2 more with 3 on there also, Dave.
Yeah, 2 more with 3 is right. Earl is going to be guilty of the foul. They crash the boards. (43-34). Janelle Flatfoot at the line.
How about Camden Paul tonight, Dave? Hasn't scored in the fourth. She has 16 points, had 11 in the third quarter where this lead kind of stretched out, and then just defensively kind of got the train rolling.
Second free throw is there. Meyer will shoot the 3. Shot no good. Earl with the rebound puts it up and in. She's going to have 16 for the night. That's how we're going to finish, as Paul will handle the basketball, and that's it. 44-36. Botkins moves to 9-10 on the season, 4-6 in league play. Botkins will play Saturday at Arooshie in their next Shelby County Athletic League game. Houston, on the other hand, they'll fall to 6-12 and 3-7 overall in league play. And they get the unenviable task of traveling to Fort Loramie to play the #1 team in the state, the Fort Loramie Redskins, and then following it up with another solid opponent on Monday at home against Mississinawa. can also watch games live via pay-per-view through nktelco.com/sports, and more games on demand through YouTube, Facebook, and at nktelco.com/sports. So the big win goes to the Botkins Trojans. Houston made numerous runs at the Trojans and a little bit of foul trouble and some things like that, but Botkins hangs on and gets the victory. A nice solid win for Tyler Carson's squad, 44-36. Let's take a look at our final numbers, all brought to you by Grand Lake Health Systems. Jeremy, what do the numbers tell other than Camden Hall led the Trojans with 16 points?
We'll start off with the Houston Wildcats, Dave. They had 36 points on the night. 14 for 47 from the field, 1 for 9 from 3, and 7 for 15 from the free throw line. They had 20 rebounds, 10 of those were all offensive, 15 turnovers. They were led in scoring by Emily Earle with 16, Katie Meyer had 13, McKenna Vonenhut was chipped in 4, and Olivia Banks had 2. On the other side, for the victorious Botkins Trojans, they finished with 44 points on the game. They were 12 for 46 from the field, but they were 5 for 16 from 3. They were 14 for 22 from the free throw line. They were 5 for 8 there in the fourth quarter when they tried to close it out when Houston was fouling them. They still had 18 turnovers on the game, and that's kind of what kept Houston around there for a while. They had 33 rebounds, and 13 of them were offensive. 9 of them coming in the third quarter when the Trojans kind of got that spread and made that run a little bit.
Yeah, the Houston had it to within 4, if I remember correctly, and had a chance to cut it further. And then came the big plays by Camden Paul, which, if I remember correctly, that opened it up, and Botkins went on and just really, played good, solid basketball down the stretch.
The Houston Wildcats had cut it to 4. Camden Paul came down. Their Dee Pitts got the basket. They threw it in. They got a steal. Dee stole it, kicked it to Camden Paul, and within 4 seconds, the Trojans got 5 points there, and it went from 4 to 9. And that seemed to be a little bit of the breaking point. But then, like you and I talked, a minute and a half to go, you look up, and the Houston Wildcats are within 6 again.
And
you
hit a
chances 3. They had some looks to get it going there. They just don't seem cohesive of getting. It's either Meyer at a time or Earle at the time, and they don't get them going at the same time. And it's mystifying at times. Yeah.
And then you look at the supporting cast, and there's some shots that they get off of the, Botkins concentrating on Earle or Meyer, shots that they get from the other players that.
Absolutely,
you got to hit. You got to hit some kind of respectable percentage.
Absolutely, they got some girls inside at a couple times. They got baseline and got some good looks, and they just couldn't get them to fall tonight. And that's kind of what got them.
And that's kind of what Brian Gillespie has said about his squad. One night they can look very good, and then another night they kind of look not so good. And I guess that inconsistent play is what really kind of haunted them tonight here again. And let's take a look at our player of the game, brought to you by NK Telco. Really not a surprise in this one.
Camden Paul, Dave.
Yep.
Finished the night with 16 points. We don't keep track of individual steals and stuff like that, but she's the driving train right now. Came into the game in this win streak, in this 3-game win streak, averaging 17 points a game. She got 16 again tonight. 10-point and 8-point victory for the Trojans. Camden Paul is our NK Telco player of the game.
And you can tell she is 100% healthy, or if she isn't, it's pretty surprising.
Dave, doesn't she look like the Camden Paul of the sophomore year when her and Carmen Euchre were out there?
Yes.
And we talked about that during the game.
Very much
those
so.
two, that backcourt defensively was giving people fits that year. And Camden, right from the get-go, I think it was on Houston's first possession, she got a steal, and she was up in Katie Meyer right away. Got a steal, got a layup, and got the Trojans out and going.
And we're going to talk to her about her soccer accomplishments in our next broadcast on Friday in the Houston Botkins boys basketball game. And
Dave, great athlete, great person, and very competitive. Off the court is just a great young lady. This will be a great interview. We're looking forward to you doing that with her.
And for Botkins, they're 4-6 overall, pending the outcome of other games around the Shelby County Athletic League. Houston falls to 3-7 in front of Botkins. You've got Jackson Center and, of course, Russia coming up on Saturday. And then, of course, Fort Loramie out on top at 9-0. Anna in second place at 7-3. That's going to do it for us from the Botkins Athletic Complex. I'm Dave Helmstetter, with me, Jeremy Plyman. You've been watching high school basketball on NK Telco Sports.